It was supposed to be Iran's startup success story. But now, the guards have slammed the door shut. Divar's CEO banned from going public after refusing to hand over user data. Then came the arrests. Then came the purge. Critics say the IRGC runs an empire of fear, and Iran's digital future just became a military asset. In Iran's turbulent economy, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps has evolved far beyond its original mission of protecting the Islamic Revolution. Today, it operates as a sprawling shadow economic empire, wielding influence across critical sectors and tightening its grip on Iran's digital future. Even the country's most successful private digital startups cannot escape the IRGC's watchful eye. One such case is Divar, Iran's Craigslist equivalent, a digital giant used by nearly half of the nation's 90 million citizens to buy, sell, and connect. Its founder, Hessam Armandehi, faced an unprecedented roadblock when he sought to take the company public on the Tehran Stock Exchange. Instead of market forces, it was the formidable power of the IRGC that blocked his path. A June 10th letter from a security official to the Tehran Securities Exchange explicitly vetoed Armandehi's involvement in his own company, stating,
"It is hereby brought to your attention that the intelligence organization of the Guards has declared Mr. Hessam Armandehi's lack of qualification, and consequently the company's acceptance is contingent upon his absence."
In a rare move in Iran's opaque political climate, Armandehi publicly disclosed this letter on LinkedIn, exposing the IRGC's secretive control to the world. He underscored his resilience by stating,
"Even now with all these pressures, I have neither lost hope nor have any plans for emigrating or leaving Divar."
The IRGC's interference in Divar's trajectory is no isolated incident. Executives, economists, and former officials reveal a broader pattern of the IRGC asserting undisputed control over Iran's digital economy through opaque, unchecked authority. Although the IRGC has long dominated sectors like construction, telecommunications, and oil, its reach into the digital realm represents a new frontier. Divar's steadfast refusal to comply with IRGC demands to hand over private user data set off alarms. Hessam Armandehi, a senior Divar executive and cousin to Hessam, confirmed in 2023 that the company resisted law enforcement pressure unless compelled by a court order.
The response that we always give them is that we will not give general user information under any conditions to anyone, except on a case-by-case basis, due to the existence of a private plaintiff and pursuant to a court order. Providing information about ads and users without a court order is illegal.
For his principled stance, Ashkan was briefly arrested and sentenced before being acquitted, illustrating the high stakes of defiance. Meanwhile, regime-affiliated conglomerates applied pressure behind the scenes to acquire shares of Divar, reflective of hardliner ambitions to consolidate the digital economy. This struggle mirrors the broader siege on Iran's vibrant startup ecosystem, born during the 2010s, but now stifled by political interference. Iranian authorities appear to punish independence, hampering the very innovation the country needs. Ehsan Chitsaz, Iran's Deputy Minister for Information and Communications Technology, decried the IRGC's actions on social media.
If a founder doesn't have the right to stay in their own company, no investor will confidently invest in the digital economy. The stock market is a tool for corporate governance and transparency, not a tool for the arbitrary elimination of individuals or managerial coercion.
Iran faces a critical crossroads amid economic stagnation, high inflation, and increasing unemployment, factors that fuel public discontent and capital flight. economists warn that the IRGC's economic overreach is suffocating investment and accelerating systemic collapse. Mahdi Godsi of the Vienna Institute for International Economic Studies warned,
If they continue these kinds of policies, they are helping the collapse of the Islamic Republic.
foreign investment is drying up and the brightest minds behind Iran's startups are silenced or forced out. Sarah Bazubandi, a researcher at the Institute for Security Policy in Kiel, offered a stark diagnosis.
Let's face it, these are a bunch of really incapable, corrupt entities and individuals, the IRGC and other regime-connected entities. They did not become successful in business through the merit of their own amazing business skills and ideas. They did it with guns, they did it with terror and threats.
The IRGC's rise from post-war reconstruction to controlling vast sectors, including now digital, has been cemented by their intelligence and security apparatus, which they use to crush rivals and maintain monopolies. Ali Alfona, senior fellow at the Arab Gulf States Institute, says this unchecked rise comes at the cost of economic freedom and transparency. Yet, amid this repression, resistance continues. Divar's ordeal has become a litmus test, not just for one company, but for the entire Iranian entrepreneurial spirit. Dozens of business leaders publicly supported Armandehi, challenging the culture of fear and demanding the rule of law and transparency. Despite Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi's public invitation to global businesses proclaiming,
Iran is open to welcoming businesses from around the world.
the reality is one of internal sabotage by powerful, unelected bodies. The Revolutionary Guard, once the protector of the revolution, now also plays roles of shareholder, censor and gatekeeper, where innovation is often sacrificed to survival. Divar's story starkly reveals the consequences of unchecked power and the daunting challenges faced by entrepreneurs daring to innovate under the shadow of an all-encompassing military economic juggernaut. The future of Iran's economy, and indeed its society, may well hinge on the outcome.